I'm a scientist, I'm a technology guy, and I love developing new technology. But for me, it doesn't have much meaning unless you see that technology going out into the world and being used. So that's what excites me about being an entrepreneur. So previously I'd been in biotech. I started a company before. I was sort of the junior guy. I participated in helping to write the business plan, but I didn't know how to actually do it. So I was sort of watching it on the sidelines. But now with this competition, I actually was writing it along with my partner Benham. And what drives me is just seeing the technology that I'm part of working on developing being used in the world. And so the ultimate test of whether something is useful in the world is whether somebody's willing to pay for it.
The faculty interest cannot help but spill over into many discussions in labs and classrooms with students who will themselves be energized and will explore the idea of entrepreneurship in their own studies. Another example is our business plan competition. We now think of this as a way to help build entrepreneurial connections and expertise. Entrants are Marquette students, faculty, and alumni.
What was really interesting in the business plan competition is that we can have our design, but actually see it fleshed out in terms of the business world, like how would it be marketed? How are we going to make money off this? What are the risks? And assessing it that way, which you never get in the engineering spectrum, I guess I would say. So like, we're more focused on just the design aspect and how is this going to work, and is that what the people want? But in all reality, there's a lot more factors that go into it. And so in the real world, you need to consider all these things in your design phase. And so I feel like this not only will help me in real world, but also as an engineer, understanding the business aspect of it.
The Kohler Center provides a series of 4 workshops on business development topics. Each team is introduced to a mentor, many from the Golden Angels Network or our graduate entrepreneurship program. The mentor helps coach the team as they develop their business plan. We don't really cut anyone right until the end of the program so that everyone gets the benefit of the experience. At the final event, every team that has entered presents a poster session about their business and gets the opportunity to present it. The 8 finalists make live presentations.
Like I said first, I really didn't know what to expect coming into the business plan competition. I'd never done anything like this before, and I really had no idea what I was getting myself into. But each of the teams was paired with an advisor, and we were paired with Eric Resch out at Stone Creek Coffee. And I'd say the best part of the plan competition for me was being able to sit down with Eric and walk through some of the basics of these business models and working out how our product could best work in his market. So having that input, being able to bounce ideas off of him and have that mentorship really was, absolutely critical for our success in the plan competition.
I'm in from Las Vegas, and one of the things, I have a business, and I've been in business since 2005. And one of the reasons that I actually participated in the program was because of the mentor-mentee relationship. Mary could not have been a better match for us. The insight that she gave us in terms of helping us tweak our plans, areas that we found that may be questionable. She was that outside person, but yet inside, she knew from our meetings exactly the direction that we were going to take in our plan. So she gave a lot of valuable insight. She was thinking like a business person, and so because we were so emotionally attached to the actual plan, she would have us think outside the box and say, this is what you need to do in reference to making your plan what the judges would look for.
Over the years, we've had entrants go on to form new ventures. One has become a public company. Another is about to be funded by venture investors. Many more have started and grown successfully. Others have returned to coach new entrants, participate in classes, and give back in lots of different ways. Past keynote speakers have included Mike Cudahy, who needs no introduction here, John Fisher, founder of Barossa, now a part of Oracle, and this year, Greg Gianforte, founder of Right Now, a public company in the software business. Greg came from Bozeman, Montana to talk about the virtues of bootstrapping. Here's a short excerpt from that talk.
There's few things I like more than hanging out with entrepreneurs and talking about businesses. Contrary to what the media is reporting, I'm really happy to tell you that capitalism is alive and well. And as we grow out of this slump, it's going to be you all in this room that's going to make it happen. This is where value gets created. And what Tim asked me to do tonight is talk a little bit about bootstrapping, a little bit about my story, what I've experienced, but what I want to talk to you about is what I really think is the new American dream, which is starting and running your own business. So the last thing I would just want to leave you with is a thought about your purpose, and kind of one of the things that was probably one of the most depressing things I've heard in many, many years is there was a survey that came out. They asked like elementary school kids, late elementary, what they wanted to be when they grow up. You know, and when I was growing up, it used to be, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a fireman, I want to be a policeman. You know what the answer is today? People say, I want to be rich. And that's a very sad thing, because greed is not a virtue, you know. And one of the things I've learned, the reason I keep doing these businesses is because I tried retirement and it didn't work out at all. You know, I couldn't do it. I have 4 kids that are still at home when I started this business, and I also realized that even though we're in this beautiful place in Montana, at the end of the day, everyone in this room is going to be held accountable for how they use the skills that they were given, right? And what I found was, although I love to fish, I didn't want a tombstone that said he caught a lot of fish. That there's something bigger to life than just making a bunch of money and doing these things. So all I'd say is, as you think about your venture, think about what is your higher purpose in all of this.
We podcast all these talks as well, and you can find them on iTunes too. So if you'd like to hear all of Greg's bootstrapping talk, search in the iTunes store for Marquette University Kohler Center. Another example of programs intended to start and grow connections is our Masters Forum and Visiting Entrepreneurs series. These presentation programs showcase successful entrepreneurs in both large group and small group settings and allow plenty of time for exchange of ideas. You'll find many of them on iTunes too. Yet another is the growth of entrepreneurial approaches, courses, and programs in the College of Engineering that sprang from the involvement of engineering faculty in the cross-campus task force. You know, on another topic, we believe that social entrepreneurship should be at the center of our activities, and so we're planning for ways to bring together real funding sources for social entrepreneurs in imaginative new ways. While this is inevitably a long road, we hope to be able to make real progress toward giving our students a unique experience in building social ventures. So many of them come to Marquette with this mindset that it's important for us to consolidate this interest and try in a small way to make their enthusiasm more actionable. We already have a rich tradition of work-study projects, including both the medical and business brigade programs in Central and South America. These student groups study with faculty and then work on real hands-on projects to create new opportunities for the communities they visit. Our plan is to extend the number and type of activities and opportunities for both study and application in social entrepreneurship. There's a new honors symposium called How to Change the World, focusing on the work of social entrepreneurs and their outsized impact. It'll be offered for the first time this coming fall. The Angel Network is a very important part of all these programs. We have 2 main groups, one in Milwaukee and one in Chicago. These 60 or so angels, some alumni and some friends of Marquette, are an important resource for us. They include a lot of entrepreneurs, many of them serial entrepreneurs, as well as professionals in a wide variety of areas. They sponsor the business plan competition and provide judges and mentors. They're coaches for faculty entrepreneurs, and several have become directly involved in companies the network has helped to start. This has included both EM Systems and Promentis, just to name 2 examples.